Hi, so we're going to finish up with Chapter 8 this week. You're going to watch a video, a recorded lecture. Um, I wasn't able to get the program working correctly, so we'll do that this way. And then after you watch the video, you will do a discussion board, and we'll have everybody's feedback on it. And then that'll be the end of our class. So we're going to finish up on Chapter 8. Discovering how to create the life you want and to make a positive difference. As you saw in this class, it's really reflecting of why are we going to school and how much can we get out of it in all aspects of our life. So with chapter 8, if I can, there we go. So kind of always think of your college career, and after we leave this class and all your classes, is to make your life a mission, not an intermission. That's why we worked on goals. Kind of always break your goals up into smaller steps, and to see, always look at in little pieces of where to your bigger goal. So your bigger goal is to graduate for your career, but what are the little goals each semester that help us to get to that, and that'll help us to keep on pace. And then always try to make your vision happen. Look at all the different things that can help you to get to it. So job shadowing, start doing some internships, some organizations that will help you to get your foot in the door and start getting excited and that motivation of your future career. And that's where different analogies to kind of think of it is you got to start with, yes, you have the bigger picture, but all the little different steps to help you to make it real. And that's what you want, is not to be a dream, but actually a attainable goal for your career. So that's what, and then you want to be surrounded by people who are going to support you. And that's why to share your goals, share your career goals with the people in your life. So make sure that they're supportive and they see why you want to pursue this, and that they'll help you to support in your schooling and activities and everything else that you need to get to that dream that you want. Okay. All right, so the benefits of creating what you desire, and it's also making a contribution. That's why we look at the bigger picture is, yes, it's to get a paycheck, but this is a job you're going to be in a career having for many, many years. So we have to kind of look at the bigger picture of, are we going to, is it contributing to the bigger, your life? How is it contributing to your life? How is it contributing to others? And it's going to help you make career more fulfilling and enjoyable. It's going to help your own self-worth, self-esteem. You're going to be more physically, mentally healthy, and you're going to have more of a purpose. And I think, I can't remember in your class or not, is like kind of always think, what would you want on your tombstone? What do you want in your eulogy? What do you want to be remembered for? And your career is one aspect of that, but how can you make your career be a piece of you, and that's something you're proud and happy from, that you're making a positive difference. Okay, so when we say successful life, that's going to mean different things to different people, what you consider successful. But the successful in general is that you're progressing, you're moving towards something, and you're not in complacency or stagnant, that you're constantly evaluating, reflecting, and wanting to make improvements in your life and career. And success sometimes won't be obvious. It'll be, for instance, I think I told one of the classes is I feel one of the biggest compliments I get as an instructor is if I have a student who has failed me, who takes me again. That tells me I'm being successful in that they're really, they're willing to a chance to reflect to see what they need to improve in the class, and that I made them feel comfortable to take my class again. And that's where it's not going to be obvious. It's like a pay raise or, accolades. It's what those little things that you had a really good day, something, it went well, and that's why you want to be always reevaluating too of your job and your career path to see how can you make it more successful for your journey, whatever that might be. That's why you're seeing in this class from your multiple intelligence to your learning preferences, because it's not just for academic, it's how you learn anything in life for processing, is to really know yourself, your strengths, and how to overcome our weaknesses. And that's in all aspects of our lives. From do I need to work on listening skills and relationships, um, to how do I, handle certain situations, my emotional intelligence. So kind of always reflect. That's why we do a lot of, this your paper is kind of always to step back in in life, from time to time, either a diary or reflections, and kind of evaluate your time management, evaluate your current situations and finances, whatever it might be, and see, are we happy with this situation? If not, how can we make improvements? Um, this will help you to focus and concentrate on what we're going to do best, instead of, we tend to get lost with so many different things, and that's why we need to reflect of what's important. Those, I think we talked about those big rocks in your life. What are those big things that are the biggest priorities, and then what's all the other noise that we can manage? Sometimes it's going to save discipline, self-discipline. It's going to be where you got to do that homework. You're going to have to do the reading. You're going to have to do this stuff to manage so you can get to that bigger goal. And how are you going to keep yourself motivated? How are we going to make sure I get up at that 8 a.m. class? Make sure I'm attentive and paying attention. I'm going to make sure I get all my assignments in. So having that self-discipline motivation from just academic to different aspects of life to eventually to our career. Okay. And it never hurts to go above and beyond. I just actually read an article that's saying millennials tend to be complacent and like to be told what to do in their careers, and a lot of them are getting laid off. Um, Employers expect you, for the most part, to do more, go the extra mile to improve, and expect to do more than what you're told to do. And that's why you're having the education to be able to process that and to know what to do with that creative thinking and critical thinking of how can you go the extra mile in your career and job. They want you to be persistent. It's not going to be a perfect day every day. How do you get through it when the stuff are tough? I've had good classes, I've had bad classes, and I won't say bad, I just had to say challenging classes. And I always have to reflect. I look at what didn't go well, what did go well. Not every class goes well, not every lesson goes well. I can teach the same lesson to both classes. And one class it was great, and the next class, even 1 hour after, didn't go well. So that's where I reflect to see what's going to be best. Knowing that, like I said, it's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. Um, always use your college career to work on the communicating. Again, like go talk to your office hours. Get comfortable with talking with them. Make study groups in your class. Start getting comfortable with that communicating so you can work on those skills and increase your network. And you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to talk to. And then this is why we were trying to get at least in student life or any student organization that is in the same major as you, because you guys are all working very similar to reaching the same goals, and you will help from their experiences and to help each other, that other people who might not be going through, for instance, the sonography program, that you guys can help each other. Okay, that's for reflective. I know some of this is a lot to take in when you're 18 or 19, but this is where you're starting to build your foundation and for your life. And you'll hear many times a lot of people, actually in my online class, there's a few who are coming back to school and they're like, I wish I would have started off right. But they learn from their situation, but they kind of have some regrets that they didn't start on the right path to get at least their college career done. So just think, this is your foundation. Your college is a good foundation for different aspects than just your career. You might meet the love of your life. You might meet great friends, connections, relationships. And that's where you want to use college as much as you can to help all of those different aspects of your life. and to become the person you're going to be. Get to explore and know yourself more. You've probably lived maybe in your comfortable um, and comfortable area, and maybe haven't had that many experiences. And that's where you can use college to, even go to a different country with study abroad. I had emailed y'all and put on the announcements. Most students don't ever say student abroad is a um, bad experience. Almost everybody gets something out of it to go and study, and they have all different ones. So that's where you want to try your strong character and then help to figure out your foundation so you can see who you're becoming in different aspects of your life. I know we kind of talked about some of these throughout the semester, but what character traits do you want to reflect in your life and in your job? And kind of think of social media, think of all the stuff that's happening right now. Do you want to reflect honesty, integrity? Are those something you value? Do you want to have a character trait of forgiveness? Do you want responsibility? Meaning, at what level do you want to be in your career? Do you want to be managing people? Do you want more responsibilities or less responsibilities? Courage. There can be different aspects from academic to career. And so the courage, a lot of students have fears of maybe taking this class, the fear of talking to a professor, a fear of getting in front of the class, is to have that courage to go ahead, do it, even if you're afraid of it, and learn from that experience. The more you get in front of people and talk and talk and talk, the more it builds your confidence, the more that fear lessens. And then same with in your career, courage is to apply for these jobs that you might not get, to go and just like to your professors, talking to bosses about certain situations. Okay. All right, and then we've kind of showed about emotional intelligence, but compassion. A big one in college is humility, knowing, and same with your career, that we're all here to learn, and not to be self-confident and humble, and those two words together, not to be overconfident or underconfident, to be confident in yourself, to be humble, and humility to know that we're all learning, we're all here in this situation, to be open-minded, and to how are you going to work with people you don't agree with? How are you going to work with people the extreme differences? And that's where those skills, those communication skills, empathy, and humility will come into effect. And then love. So that's what we were going to discuss in class, was there 3 characters you want to develop, and that's what we just want to reflect. So kind of think of those different character traits, or any of those that you feel you would like to improve on, and then how could you improve on those traits, and kind of think in your academic setting, how can I, for instance, I have a lot of fears, I'm going to work on being more courageous, and I'm going to go talk to every single one of my professors and just start doing it every semester so I get more and more comfortable. Okay, so this is where if you've noticed, some people are easy to talk to, easy to be around. It usually is confidence in your self-image. We tend to get more comfortable growing into our own the older we get, but because kind of think of your self-image, that's your mental picture that you have of yourself, right? And different results have shown that people look in the mirror and what they see is not necessarily of what they imagine, and that's where you want them to be similar. Okay, that you want to outperform your self-image, to have a healthy self-image, so that you can overcome limitations and beliefs. Okay, and that's growing into your confidence, and that's what, try to use college to work on your confidence in that material, you're confident in your communication, you're confident in being able to represent yourself. That's why when you get your doctorate, it's called a defense. You defend your dissertation, and all you're really trying to, yes, you have to do your research, but you're trying to defend that you now know this information and you did the research and you present it, and that's why it's called defense, because you're defending, and they ask questions, and they really want to see if you're confident in your material. So how you can prove your self-image is look at yourself, reflect. Um, are you too negative about yourself? Kind of look and say, why do I feel that way? Look at, excuse me, stronger image lessens the power of your inner critic. If you could figure out, always think of movie acting. Who person would you want to become? When you improve, your life is going to help prove inside out. Okay. All right, the power of positive expectations. So, are you pessimistic or optimistic? And even in my own grading at Texas State, I tend to do points so that the students will be optimistic and they're gaining points. Even though the grade's going to be the same, is I can take off points. It's how you can look at, is a 70% on a test bad or good? Is it that I missed 30% of the material, or I know 70% of the material? Like that saying, is the glass half full or half empty? So it shows that if we're positive, we're okay with failure, and that we have positive view, and we look at coming in with a positive view from your instructors to the class to your surroundings, it's going to be a better experience. When I teach math, I tell my students, in my class for one semester, we're not going to hate math. We can dislike it, but we're not going to hate it, because the hate, it brings a different emotion into it. And most of the students then leave, appreciating math a little bit better. Not saying necessarily love it, but they appreciate it and realizing it's not as scary as what it is. So we kind of already said, kind of think about what legacy do you want to leave in your life, and that's going to help you to guide the paths that you take, and it's going to be that motivation. Okay, so we have an inner and outer purpose. Okay, your inner purpose is to awake and realize who you are. This is that intra personality, and then those working around you, that remember is our inter, the E, personal, is how do we have those different purposes. Okay, and that's what we want to basically is to kind of keep you on that path. Do you want to enjoy your work, and to know yourself, to say, okay, this is what I want to do and I'm going to like it. And many students, and you'll talk to a lot, kind of do some surveys, most usually don't follow what they got their degree in. They change because for different reasons they didn't explore as much, or as different situations happened. And that's why you want to look at your path and to gain as much information from career advisors to people in the field to know what that career is going to entail. Okay. Now this is a personal. If discovering your mission, and then if you do want to do a work, field, or career that matters, kind of think of the bigger purpose. Yes, again, there's the paycheck. What is the bigger purpose of your career? Is there some kind of major problem that you'd like, that every day you think about, that you'd like to help? And try to think, maybe that can become more passion, right? And to help you, this is where you see people have missions or callings to fulfill in life, and to think, do I want that aspect in my career, or do I want it in my personal aspect, say volunteering? Okay. To teach others to discover their talents, potential, and calling, so that they can fulfill their dreams, make a positive difference in the world. So kind of just think to yourself a brief mission statement for yourself. And hint, that's kind of going to be your discussion board here in a minute, is what is your mission statement? I know we said it in the paper, but more of the bigger picture. I don't want more of the career. So let's take the career out. What is your bigger mission in life? If you had to tell someone exactly, what do you want out of life the most? Okay. So find what you're talented, you're good at, focus on what you want to make a positive, and then all of this, your education can help open the doors. So again, what would be your legacy? And all of us wish time can slow down. So that's where you kind of want to look at the bigger picture of how to organize my classes for the spring. How do I want to keep this so it keeps the momentum going, so you don't get stuck or diverted or whatever, and then whatever does happen. Okay. So all of them is, we're not going to do the post-test assessment. Is, I mean, you can in your book if you want um, to see if what you improved on from the first part of the class of when you took the first test, to see if the class has helped, to see if you've improved. Um, so our conclusion is, I'm hoping, I know this class was kind of fast in 8 weeks, that it's hard, and maybe you have never been done, is to really look at yourself and to look at all of this from the inside out. And that's what the bigger picture of the class is. We can tell you how to take notes, we can take all that kind of stuff, but what do you want to get out of class? What do you want to get out of life? What do you want to get out of your journey? So that's what, hopefully this class is giving you some strategies, will help you to your career. Hopefully you can not be scared ever to ask it help. Um, Education can be the most powerful weapon you can use in the world. So what I'm going to end with is, I'm going to show you just kind of some things on the ACC website, so you'll always have. So let me figure out how to do this. Okay, bear with me if it's okay. We don't want to save. Okay, you guys are like, okay. So I'm going to expand this. Can I expand it? Here, let me see. Okay, I figured out how to pause on the program. Yay. So I'm going to show you how to use ACC's website. Just to not what use it, but kind of remember kind of where things are. So you have your ACC email right here, or Blackboard's with our class. Online services. Remember, you can always, with your student login, have how you withdraw from a course, to graduation application, to your degree map, to your class schedule. Going to school, you help to get tax breaks, your unofficial transcript, how you can order textbooks, financial aid, and request a transcript, registration, and wait list. And then the course schedule over here, always. You always have always the spring to start looking at it. They already have the summer over here, so you can start getting an idea of your class schedule, so you can make the best schedule that you want for the next semester. Remember the librarian? Right there was the click of the library. Remember the online tutorials that they have for you to go over. And remember, you can always walk into the library and get help. You can chat with a member online. And then we have, you can always find your degrees and areas of study and have information, figure out who the career, or to help you to make sure you're on the right path with your, because remember, you guys are assigned to kind of into your degree area. And they have here college skills and career planning. Here's the study abroad information. Once you finish everything, you do have to apply to graduate. There is commencement here at Austin Community College if you don't end up transferring. And then here are the transfers that help of how you transfer courses. Not all of them do transfer. That's why you always want to talk to who is going to give you the degree to make sure what classes. The big one here is the tuition and financial aid. Please, 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 if you haven't already, fill out that FAFSA form. You can do it right here. The financial aid steps, or you can go talk to a financial aid counselor to help. Remember, October 1st, we're already 18 days, first come, first serve. That's why you want to get it in there and select for everything. And the big thing with ACC, there's always there someone to help you, from learning labs to experiences to therapy to instructors. Just make sure to ask for help. And student life, there's organizations to go through. You can go through here. And then free tutoring, advising, career planning, and counseling. And then finally, our calendars. So remember to start looking at the bigger picture of the calendars and to be organized. I know, like, when is spring break? When is Christmas break? When do the classes start? When do classes end in the spring? That way you have an idea to start making your work schedule, life schedule, your kids' school schedule, and whatever works best to make it. That's what number one aspect to make your college career successful. So to end on that, I have enjoyed teaching you this semester. I'm always available in email if you have questions from Texas State if I or ACC, and if I can't answer it, I will direct you to who I know hopefully can answer that question. And I want you to know that this Saturday from 8:30 to 12 over here at Texas State, we're having Bobcat Day, where I'll have all the majors at the LBJ Center with booths, and you can come talk to all the majors, degree plans, and talk to the departments to see if you're interested in possibly, even if you don't want to come to Texas State, but say you're interested in, I don't know, anthropology, and you want to talk to someone about an anthropology degree, you can come and talk to each department with each major. So after this, if you would go to the discussion board and then just kind of reflect a little bit, answer a couple of questions, and then I will be live on the other end seeing if y'all do your discussion board. And once you finish your discussion board, I will finish up grading this weekend, and I need to have everything turned in by Monday so I can go ahead and get your grades posted, and your grade on the grade book will be your final grade. So take care, and I hope you have a great rest of the semester.